I do want to check in today and just see where you are, what your mood is, how you're feeling, how is your week going so far, and halfway through the year. A lot of us made New Year's resolutions and things like that. I had a campaign to set intentions, so we're looking at our sensations, our emotions, and our thoughts, and how do we intend on feeling? How do we intend on thinking? Our mindset? How do we intend our life to make us feel? So I'm checking on those people who set their intentions for the year and just how is it going. I personally have a whole set intentions board. um, I got a lot to work on still for the next 6 months, but you know what? That's why I like to set intentions, because it's grace, giving myself grace, and I get to start again in the next moment, in the next day, on the next opportunity. Not gonna beat myself over the head. This may be something that I can do within the next few months, or it may be something that may carry over into the next year, which is fine. I'm just setting my intention and being more intentional about how I take care of myself. What am I thinking? How am I treating my body? So, yeah, we're just checking in. If you need some ideas of some moods that you might want to check in with, let me see if I can put up here my screen share. Let me see. While I'm working on that, just think about what your set intentions were. What intentions do you want to have when it comes to taking care of yourself? Like, is it in the area of your boundaries? Is it in the area of your physical movement? Is it in the area of eating healthy or taking better care of your body? Is it in the form of just being more organized or having less stuff or taking better care of the things that you do have? Or is it just your relationships and just focusing on that? Building your own professional or educational career and journey. What does that look like for you? Is it working more on your emotions, on your mental health? Is it just becoming a little closer to your spiritual well being, getting closer to God, getting more in the Bible? What is your intention? And be generous with what you intend, because you don't have to be very specific. We don't want to judge ourselves or feel bad or feel any shame if we don't meet those goals. We want to be able to have it broad enough where we can be like, this is the area, and then we'll kind of work ourselves down to be a little bit more focused. But first, when you first think of the idea of setting intentions, that's what we mean. So, what I like to do is, and I'll drop it probably in the chat, is I love to have people look over a mood meter, and with the mood meter you can tell what you can put vocabulary to what you're feeling, what you're thinking. You can put vocabulary to how you feel now. You can think of the vocabulary and the language to use in order to set your intention for how you want to feel, and then think of what things kind of take you in that direction. What makes you feel that way? Have you felt that way before? What makes you feel that way? What will make you be able to maintain that feeling? And what will you do if there's an obstacle to maintaining that? Same thing with your mindset. What does that look like? Have you had that mindset before? Do you know people who have that mindset? What actions are they taking? Are you able to maintain that? And what will you do if an obstacle gets in your way trying to maintain that? Like I've said, I will be dropping that mood meter in the comments, but I also wanted to talk about ways to get unstuck. So I just jotted down a few things, and this is no and no means going to be like exhaustive and be like, this is all you do. Um, and it's more to it, but I do think it's good to have a general idea of where I'm going with this. So it's the set intentions, like I said, the sensations. For the S, the E is emotions, the T is thoughts. What kind of intentions are you trying to have? So you want the long and the short term, like I said, where you can focus a little more. Two, practice gratitude. So I'm grateful for, and just think of the little thing. I'm grateful for a roof over my head. I'm grateful for a paycheck. I'm grateful for a family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful I have a love interest. I'm grateful that I was able to travel. I'm grateful that I have a home. I'm grateful for running water that's clean. So you could be very, very just the tiniest of great gratitude you can express. But there's also a thing called reverse gratitude. I read about this not too long ago, and I thought that was a great idea. Reverse gratitude is all about looking at the things that you've done for people in order to just express your love for people or your humanity, or things like that, such as paying it forward, or maybe you help someone pick something up off the ground that they dropped, or you opened the door for someone, or you gave someone a compliment, someone you didn't know, or maybe you thanked someone who you had not talked to in a while and they didn't realize like how you felt, so you called them up and thanked them. Reverse gratitude. So not just things that happen to you, but also things that you do for others. And I would like that idea of just using that to help you get unstuck, because you can keep it in a journal, and then that can be your reference point for when you get off track or when you start to get discouraged. Three, learn something new, try new things. So I know one thing that I've been thinking about lately is, and this is really just because I'm in the older years of life, and it's kind of like you know going through, as a woman going through perimenopause. I'm tired. I don't have the energy. I don't have the drive to be doing all these um, exercise classes or going to the gym. However, I have been realizing through my research I have to add weights into my workout routine, and not the little 2 pound weights that I had sitting in the corner. So I have to up the game. So I've been adding in the kettlebell, been loving it. Adding in 8 pound weights, been loving it. And I feel like as the stronger I get, I'll be able to add in more weights. But yes, being able to try new things and learn something new. The same thing with art exercises. I love to learn like new art or even new ways to help people, or to do skill building, just learning something new. There's different ways you can do that. They have different courses you can find on different avenues, such as Corsica and Teachable, and think I think Thinkific or something like that, and also skill streaming. So, number four is evaluate your circle. Evaluate the people that you're around the most, the people that you confide in the most, the people that you trust or you feel like you should trust, and really analyze that. And do I do I trust them? Do they align with my purpose? Do they align with what I want right now? Because some people, let's just face it, they are here and then they may not be as close later. So, and that's okay. People grow apart, and it's good because people are growing. So whether it be you or them, and we have to just wish them well and keep moving forward and look at who's here, notice who's left. So yeah, it's okay. Even just evaluate your circle. And sometimes you have those friends where you're going to be friends no matter what. You just don't talk all the time, or you just don't have the same interests or do the same things at the same time that you usually do. It's okay. You're still friends. You still keep in contact. And then there's people who you will lose touch with, and that's okay too. You build and make more space for new connections, new relationships, or to strengthen the ones that are still existing. The next one is reset your nervous system. What does that look like for you? For me, it's taking a nap. When I get a little stressed or when I start to not feel well or things like that, naps help me. So I reset my nervous system. Some people, they go take a walk. Some people listen to music or gospel music, or they read the word or something like that. But reset your nervous system. What does that look like? You can also use therapeutic ways like grounding yourself with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are skills that I teach in my coaching practice. So think about different ways that help you reset, regroup, reframe, and you want to make sure that you're supporting yourself. The next one's to organize. Look at your space. Is it organized? Is it messy? Is it out of order? Sometimes that's a direct reflection of how we feel inside, and that will keep you stuck. You can get unstuck to have some more clarity if you clean your space. So, organize your space, clean your space. You can even use an app or a planner if you have too many events going on or too many appointments. Do things that support you into having a more clarified life. Prepare yourself. So, minimize the amount of decision making that you're making throughout the day. That could be as simple as put your clothes out the night before, maybe meal prep or plan meals for the week. It could be maybe you already designated which days you're going to actually work out at the house or at the gym or at the park or whatever you do that workout. Anything like that that can support your goals and support your intentions. Be prepared. The next one is pause. So I'm going to ask you to pause before you respond and before you speak, especially if you're talking with someone who's bringing you difficult information, or maybe a difficult conversation needs to be had, or someone's going off on you, or someone says something that's kind of off putting. Instead of responding right away, and sometimes that can make it worse, sometimes you need to, let that person know, like, no, I heard you. Give me a minute. But yeah, just respond slower, and the pause will help with that. And in the pause, you're going to take a deep breath. You may need to go off, away from the situation to take a deep breath. You may need to leave the room. You may need to put your head down to do so. But it's not like a huff, like a huff and puff. It's more of a regain my composure. Breathing in through your nose, slowly out through your mouth. There's different techniques to that, different ways to do it, different flows, but it truly can help you to regroup and have a better response to whatever situation is going on. And lastly, I'm going to ask you to think about revisiting your self talk. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it supportive? Are you questioning yourself all the time? Are you putting yourself down? Are you putting doubt into your situation? Are you hyping yourself up? Are you your own cheerleader? Are you're giving yourself a pep talk? What does that look like for you? And you can do it in ways of affirmations, just positive quotes or statements that you hear, keeping a record of that. You could also look at verses that support you or that give you comfort when you need it. So just looking at all of those things and seeing how can I use these things to help me get unstuck. That's just an example. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I just want to briefly get on and introduce myself. um, I am a social worker by trade, turned life coach, do both, also do therapy. So I do offer different things, but in this realm, I am a self-care life coach who is a woman who is focused on helping women to get unstuck, to get out of the burnout cycle, to relieve stress and relieve that feeling of overwhelm. So, if you're interested in how I can help you along with your healing journey and your unstuck journey, go ahead and message me. You can DM me Lotus so that I know what you're looking for. Also, you can also go on the side and check how you can make an appointment with me, so you know if you want to do a discovery call, we can talk about and chit chat what is your main concern and how can I support you. As always, because I'm also a podcast host, but as always, I would love to work with you and I want you to be resilient like the lotus. Peace.